Caitlin Clark is going to be the best player in the W by the end of the 2025 season. I'm saying it right here, and I'm saying it right now. She will be the best player in the W by the end of the season.
Caitlin Clark has silenced her critics once again. Fresh footage reveals the Indiana Fever star pushing through intense training, proving her historic rookie season was just the beginning. Clark has been in the gym almost daily, refining her game and adding new moves. Head coach Stephanie White emphasized that Clark is more determined than ever, preparing to take the WNBA by storm. Her hunger to dominate has never been stronger. Caitlin Clark isn't just focused on her physical game. She's strengthening her mind, too. In a recent People magazine interview, she shared how mental toughness fueled her rise from childhood struggles to WNBA stardom. Her journey is one of relentless determination, breaking records along the way. Now, she's gearing up to elevate her game even further. This is Caitlin Clark like you've never seen her before. Stronger, sharper, and more unstoppable than ever.
Oh my God, dude. Caitlin has truly got in her back.
Coming off a record-breaking rookie season, Caitlin Clark steps into the gym under the watchful eye of head coach Stephanie White. The air is charged with anticipation. Her jaw-dropping feats, leading the WNBA in assists, shattering the three-point record, and setting an astonishing 62 league records, flash in our minds. But something feels different. Is this the same Clark we saw last season? Her evolution is undeniable. Clark's offseason has been laser-focused, with intense training to build strength, refine her shooting, and develop a lethal mid-range game. Every move is intentional. This isn't just improvement, it's a blueprint for complete domination.
I know that you work really hard in the off-season. You said yesterday you're always trying to get better. Mm-hmm. What's the thing that you're working on in this off-season?
I think, honestly, besides the actual basketball skill part of it, I think getting stronger, that's what I'm focusing on. I'm in the weight room a lot, just building that strength. Obviously, it was hard going right from the college season to the professional season. You don't get to spend a lot of time in the weight room, so that's what I've tried to focus on the most here. And then obviously, a lot of things on the court. I'm always wanting to get better, and that's kind of what drives me, and I love it. I love getting to do it, and I feel very fortunate that it's my job.
Caitlin Clark's off-season transformation is more than just physical, it's a strategic evolution. Strength and conditioning experts emphasize that her added muscle will make her tougher, allowing her to finish through contact with authority and handle the WNBA's physicality like a veteran. She's already taken her fair share of hits, but now imagine a version of Clark who not only sinks deep threes with ease, but also drives into traffic, absorbs contact, and finishes at the rim without losing her rhythm. That's a nightmare scenario for defenders across the league. But Clark isn't just improving, she's revolutionizing her game. She has spent the offseason sharpening her shooting mechanics, ensuring that her increased strength translates into better balance and shot stability. A player who already shot 42% from the field last season was dangerous enough. Now, with enhanced precision, she's on another level entirely. And then there's her mid-range game. While Clark has always been known for her deep range and fearless attacks at the basket, she's now adding another weapon to her skill set, a smooth, consistent mid-range jumper. This means she's evolving into the ultimate triple threat, lethal from three, unstoppable in the paint, and now a serious problem from mid-range. Defenders won't have anywhere to hide. Head coach Stephanie White has taken notice and is vocal about Clark's potential. She's praised her high basketball IQ and seamless transition to the pro game. But for White, it's not just about Clark's skills, it's about leadership. She's pushing Clark to elevate not only her own performance but also that of her teammates, making her an even greater force on the court. So what does all this mean once Clark steps back onto the hardwood? We're about to find out. Her training remains relentless, endless reps of floaters, powering through contact, and drilling her signature step-back jumper. Every session is a testament to her refusal to settle. But this transformation isn't just about physicality. Clark isn't just building muscle, she's reconstructing her entire mindset, refining her approach to the game in ways that make her even more dangerous. And mentally, that's where the real evolution begins.
Now starting for the Iowa Hawkeyes, Katie Clark!
Let's take it back to Clark's early years. With limited opportunities in girls' basketball, she naturally chose to compete against boys. For her, it wasn't about making a statement. It was simply the best way to push herself. But without realizing it, those games were shaping her into a fearless competitor. Imagine a young Caitlin slicing through defenders, dribbling past boys who doubted her skills. Her father coached the league, and there was even talk of her being named MVP. But not everyone approved. Some parents weren't happy about a girl earning that honor. The pressure could have shaken most kids. Clark? She thrived on it, using every challenge as fuel to sharpen her game and prove she belonged.
What kind of impact did they have on your work ethic?
Yeah, my dad played sports in college. My mom played in high school, didn't play in college. Had a bunch of cousins that played in college sports, high school sports, whatever it was, so that's who I looked up to. I was one of the younger cousins, a big Italian family, so that's kind of just what you did. You followed each other around, you were each other's best friends. So I think that's where it comes from. Like I always had to find a way to kind of hold my own, whether it was older cousins, whether it was the boys I was playing with, whether I was playing up with the girls, whatever it was,
So where did Caitlin Clark's unshakable confidence come from? It started at home. Her parents never set limits based on gender. They let her compete, fail, and grow on her own terms. That freedom to push herself without barriers instilled a fearless mindset, one that shaped her into the relentless competitor she is today, leading her all the way to the WNBA.
I've dreamed of this moment since I was in second grade, and it's taken a lot of hard work, a lot of ups and downs, but just a belief in myself, and my parents always instilled confidence.
Here's where it gets even more compelling. Clark's success isn't just about raw talent, it's about mindset. In a recent People magazine interview, she shared a powerful insight. When I have failed, I've been confident in myself. Most let failure shake them. Clark, she uses it as fuel, turning setbacks into stepping stones toward greatness.
I think that's what kind of drove me, and I failed a lot because people were older or people were better, and I couldn't stand that. And I think that's kind of what gave me that competitive passion and that fight.
Clark is carrying that battle-tested mentality into the WNBA. Can she sustain that relentless drive at the highest level? Every indication says yes. She's spent her life silencing doubters and exceeding expectations. And if her journey has proven anything, it's that she's nowhere near finished.
I've loved playing basketball since I was a young girl, and that's not going to change. The biggest thing is just be myself and have fun. And if I do that, I think the rest is going to take care of itself.
The best part? Clark isn't keeping this mindset to herself. She's passing it on to the next generation. Her advice to young athletes: just be confident in yourself. Simple and direct, yet powerful. Coming from Clark, those words inspire the next wave of competitors.
Stephanie White is not taking a second away from getting in the lab and helping Caitlin Clark develop her game even more. Experience is the best teacher.
While Clark's mindset fuels her rise, another key factor is driving her off-season growth: Stephanie White. As the Indiana Fever's new head coach, can she truly transform the franchise? White's message is clear. She's here to unlock Clark's full potential, elevate the Fever, and establish a winning culture in Indiana. With her leadership, the team is poised for a new era of success.
It's our job then as coaches to continue to put them in positions to succeed, and our job as a franchise to put the pieces around them that will fill some of the gaps and fill some of the holes. And ultimately our goal is to win championships and to hang back.
White's coaching philosophy is a perfect match for Clark's natural instincts. She believes in playing fast, giving players freedom, and creating a system where stars can thrive. Sound familiar? It's exactly the kind of environment where Clark excels. But what makes White truly stand out isn't just her X's and O's, it's her ability to connect with her players. She didn't just step into the role and impose a system. Instead, she sat down with Clark and asked a simple yet powerful question. What do you want to improve? Where do you see your game going? That kind of leadership, one that values collaboration and trust, is the key to unlocking Clark's full potential.
What's your approach when you're coaching greatness like that?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, just talking basketball, right? Just having general basketball conversations about what she's watching, what she likes, what are some of the things what are some of her thoughts from, not just what the Indiana Fever have done, but from the game of basketball in general.
Some skeptics wonder if White can balance Clark's development with the growth of the entire team. Her track record leaves little doubt. In 2015, she led the Fever to the WNBA Finals in her first stint as head coach. Later, with the Connecticut Sun, she turned them into title contenders in just 2 seasons. White isn't just here to coach, she's here to win. With her leadership and Clark's talent, the Fever aren't just rebuilding. They're setting the stage for something special.
We want our players to use their instincts and to play free. We want to make plays, not run plays, right? We want to have sets that give us certain spacing that we want, depending upon our rotations, who's on the floor, who we want to attack, what matchups we want to get to, how can we manipulate them. So we'll have certain play calls that just give us space to operate. And then whichever play we make, whichever pass we make determines, one of 3 actions that our players can read from. And so really giving them the freedom to play within a system.
White understands the bigger picture with Clark. While she's adjusted quickly to the WNBA, it's now about more than just stats and flashy plays. It's about leadership. White isn't just developing a superstar. She's molding the cornerstone of the franchise, a player who will shape the Fever's future for years.
We know Stephanie White is a player's coach because she actually played the game. And not only did she actually play the game, she played for the exact same uniform Caitlin is playing for today with the exact same number. This, my friends, is going to be one hell of a 2025 season.
How does Clark's evolution fit within Indiana's core? That's where things get exciting. Kelsey Mitchell, a 2-time All-Star with one of the quickest releases in the league, is the perfect complement to Clark's playmaking. Aaliyah Boston, the 2023 Rookie of the Year, and a dominant presence in the paint, gives Clark a reliable inside target. Meanwhile, Lexi Hull, a versatile defensive specialist, adds balance on both ends of the floor. Together, this group forms a dynamic foundation poised for success.
I started watching Caitlin Clark when she was in the 8th grade when I was at Vanderbilt.
How about that?
And then I called a lot of her games in college when she was at Iowa. And so I've really watched her continue to learn and grow, and I have great relationships with her college coaches and had multiple conversations with them throughout the course of her career about what the next steps would be, right? And what the next level would be.
The pieces are coming together. Clark's vision and pinpoint passing will generate endless scoring chances for Mitchell, while her ability to collapse defenses will create easier looks for Boston in the post. Now, with her refined mid-range jumper and added strength, Clark will be even tougher to guard, opening the floor for everyone around her. Meanwhile, the Fever have retooled their roster, bringing in key veterans like Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, Sophie Cunningham, and Sydney Colson. Their versatility, defense, and championship experience provide the missing ingredients Indiana needs to compete at the highest level. With this mix of talent, the Fever are built to make a serious run.
And these players got great experience in the playoffs this year. They're all hungry to grow and hungry to improve and hungry to be coached and hungry to win. And when you have 3 foundational players and your big 3 that have that mindset, have that mentality, and great things can happen.
The basketball world is paying attention. Analysts are murmuring about the Fever's rise, and fans can already hear MVP chants ringing through Gainbridge Fieldhouse. But this isn't just off-season excitement. It's the foundation of something real. No longer just a rebuilding team, the Fever, with Clark at the helm and White leading the way, are ready to challenge the WNBA's best.
Now, as for that MVP trophy, I don't know who do the damn voting, But I'm telling you right now, Caitlin probably's finna win by a landslide. I see Caitlin averaging 25 to 30 points this season.
Things are getting even more electrifying. Some experts predict Clark is on track to post numbers the league has never seen. There's real buzz around the idea that she could average 23 points and 10 assists per game next season. If that happens, she won't just be a rising star. She'll be on the path to becoming an all-time great. With a new season approaching, the WNBA is filled with anticipation. Will Clark take another leap and redefine what's possible for a second-year player? Can the Fever's young core blend seamlessly with their veteran additions to build something unstoppable? One thing is certain, Caitlin Clark isn't just here to compete, she's here to take over. And we're all about to witness history, one game at a time.
Not one of those coaches that is going to be set in her ways. Not one of those coaches that isn't, I'm willing to try new.
Caitlin Clark's sophomore season is set to be one of the most anticipated in WNBA history. Why? Because this time, everything is working in her favor. Unlike her rookie year, where she jumped straight from the college season into the pros with no time to rest, Clark now has a full offseason to recover, train, and refine her game. For a player as relentless as she is, that uninterrupted time means one thing: evolution. She's coming back stronger, sharper, and more prepared than ever. Then there's the chemistry factor. Clark has spent months building deeper connections with her Fever teammates, learning their tendencies, and fine-tuning their offensive rhythm. Her growing synergy with Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Lexi Hull will make Indiana's attack even more lethal. And let's not forget the impact of Coach Stephanie White. Her high-tempo, player-focused system is a perfect fit for Clark's playmaking skills, giving her the freedom to control the offense at full speed. With a team that can keep up and capitalize on her elite passing, Clark isn't just set for a breakout year. She's ready to elevate the Fever and redefine what's possible in her second season.
With the new tangible she just put in her bag, Caitlin's going to be unguardable. And if you do try to box her in like you did on the Christie sides, guess what? You're going to open up the whole court. She's going to be an assist distributing machine.
The real question is, can Clark handle the pressure? With the spotlight on her brighter than ever, every move she makes will be analyzed by critics, analysts, and fans. Some players might struggle under that kind of scrutiny, but Clark has never been one to back down. She's built for this. Since the moment she picked up a basketball, she's thrived on proving people wrong, and this season will be no different. MVP conversations have already started. Analysts project her stats to be on par with past winners. And if she leads the Fever in scoring and assists while elevating the team, she'll be a serious contender for the award. Clark isn't just another second-year player. She's a generational talent with the skill, drive, and mentality to take over the league. So, just how high can Clark and the Fever climb? A playoff berth seems well within reach, but with roster upgrades, a full offseason of development, and Clark's rapid growth, championship talks are already circulating. It may seem ambitious, but in sports, the unexpected happens all the time. The Fever haven't been this dangerous in years, and with Clark leading the charge, their potential is sky high. They're not just here to compete, they're here to win.
Caitlin is an incredible basketball player. Caitlin is dedicated to the art of playing basketball. And you want to know why she didn't do Unrivaled? Do y'all really want to know why? Because of this footage right here. Caitlin knew more had to be done. More had to be done.
The new season is fast approaching, and all eyes are on Indiana. Fans are eagerly counting down the days, waiting to see if Clark can turn the hype into undeniable success. One thing is certain, whether you're a diehard Fever fan or just love basketball, you won't want to miss what's coming. Clark's journey from college superstar to WNBA sensation has been nothing short of incredible. But she's not just playing the game, she's redefining it. With every pinpoint pass, deep three, and clutch moment, she's pushing the limits of what's possible. Yet her impact goes far beyond the court. She's inspiring an entire generation of young athletes, proving that confidence, hard work, and resilience can take you to the top. As the season opener against the Chicago Sky on May 17th draws near, anticipation is at an all-time high. And with Indianapolis set to host the WNBA All-Star Game, Clark will have yet another stage to put on a show. But for her, it's never just about personal accolades. It's about leading her team to greatness. Last season was just the beginning. Now, Caitlin Clark is ready to elevate the Fever and the entire WNBA to new heights. Buckle up, because this ride is just getting started. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.